Welcome to Terraformers. My name is Nilas, and we are taking a look at this rather old game. It's 2.5 years old. I played it when it was first released in early access, but it's just a game I keep coming back to, and I just have so much fun with it. And I think it's like incredibly well designed, and I just love this concept. So this is also particularly interesting because it's a game that is perfectly fit to be played on the second screen while you're watching a Nilas live stream. So isn't that perfect? We are going to play here on this setting here. Well, basically the concept of the game is that it's colonizing Mars, and there are different ways of colonizing it. This one is sort of a mix of everything. We can do production, we can do spreading life, we can sort of terraform it, we can do space projects, we can do knowledge, we can do all sorts of things. I want to do like the basic one, which is a little bit of everything, so we can dive into the whole range of what is here. And what we're going to do is we're going to play on the very hardest difficulty, absolutely impossible. It's beyond impossible. It is play at your own risk, just to show you how awesome this game is. And yeah, I played it a little bit. Let's just say it like that. I'll be explaining the concept of the game and how it works. And then we'll be going a little bit faster while I try to complete the entire game in one setting here. Right, so what is this game? Well, it is a card-based, turn-based colonization game. And the fact that it's card based is also roguelike, so every time you win you get new cards that sort of goes into the pool for the next game. Like this is a little bit weird because you can see all of these different stats and buildings and you have no idea which ones are what. So this is a little bit more difficult for us to sort of figure out which one is the best one. I'm going to choose the growth one because it's focused on growth. Yes. So that's what we're going to do. Then we are in the game, and let me just start by explaining I've made a list of all the features I need to explain, and there's a lot. So we'll do a little bit, and we'll play a little bit, and then we'll move on. This is the win condition. I need to fill up the bar. We fill it up by getting support. That's support for our project here, resources, trade routes, projects completed, and terraforming steps. The main one we're going to get is from support income, and the main one we'll get from that is from terraforming the world into a green, lush world full of bacteria, full of plants, and full of animals as well. And that's probably how we're going to win if we are. Then the loss criteria is here. This is basically we start with 100 points, and if we run into 0 points, we are dead. The supported population, when it reaches 0, the Mars colonization project will be deemed a failure. And because we play on the very highest difficulty, then it will rise by 14 very often. And it's just a chance of return that it increases by 14. So we sort of have to not only build up our colony, but also make sure that people are happy with our project. And then we have down here, this is the cards we have, and we will draw new cards at the start of a turn. First thing we have to do, we're not even going to look at this. This one is blinking, so we open that. This is our leader. We have a leader that we get for 10 turns. All of them have 3 abilities. One is always an explorer, and then they have 2 special ones. We'll get into that a little bit later. I'll just look at them, which ones I want to get. This one has a bonus for founding in new cities, which gives us +2 happiness. That's not going to be much. We'll maybe found like 5, 6, 7, 8 cities maybe, and then just 2 for turn is not great. This guy is getting us Megastructures, which we'll get into later on, which might be something. Expansion. This is a free building, or that. So I think, and the thing is, this one lasts all through the game, even though the leaders change every 10 turns. So we're going to take this one. It's the marginally less awful, and these ones are probably actually going to be a little bit useful. So we'll try. Good. So now I have a leader. And on a turn, it basically has a certain structure. We get, at the start of the turn, we get a card draw. We get 3 cards presented, and then we pull one of them into our hand. These are the ones we have. You can see some are green, and one is red, the number here. That's because do we have the resources? These are all the resources. It seems overwhelming. They are all sort of equal worth, so you can eventually change one into another. But they are used for different things. Food is used exclusively for increasing our population. Power is used for exploration and a lot sort of power buildings, or buildings that require power. Science is used for new projects in science, of course. Water, nitrates, and silicates are sort of ingredients for different things that sort of make sense, whether it's something with soil and then it's nitrates. If you want something with water production, you know, different things. Then titanium and tritium are basically sort of mainly construction materials. And over here we have the terraforming. We'll not get into that at this point. We'll just leave it a little bit later so we can get in. Basically what we have here, we have our city, and then we have, at this case, 4 locations we can explore to, and it just says what we can expect to get a hint of something. If there's a large hint, that means there's a resource of this type here. We go into our city. This is our city. You can see that there are lines between it. What we really want to go for is a place where there's some synergies. So I want to build a population here, here, and here, and then we have some buildings that sort of synergizes with adjacent population. I will get that. Then we have, so I'm just going to start by placing this one here. Not much. So now this city is founded. We have some buildings we can build. We can build the greenhouse farm, which gets us 1 food per turn, and it costs 10 water. There's no upkeep in this game. It's basically just the cost of playing this card. So once the card is played, there is no electricity or upkeep or anything. It's just like, this is the cost of playing this card. I'm going to build it up here because there's a triangle here, a 3. So that goes here. Then we have the soil factory, which says adjacent food producing buildings produce 1 plus 1 per turn. So if I build that here, then it can affect a food building and a food building of those locations. So now you can see we have 2 food per turn, and we need to get 25 before we can get another habitation module. A habitation module increases our population. We can see that up here. All this stuff, I'm probably going to get back to it, but this is there's a lot of sort of mechanics that intertwine with each other, and I think it gets a little bit complicated going through all of it at once. That one, relocate as the city and also building. Oh my god, I did not even know that that was a thing. Okay, well, I learned something new. I've never relocated a city. That seems weird. In this, you can see there's a region here. This region has some terraforming parameters. It has the temperature, it has oxygen. This is -1 temperature, -2 levels of oxygen, and -2 levels of rainfall. So none of those, because obviously it's on Mars. Good. Then we can do our exploration action, or we can do one of the other actions. Since these are just question marks, they're not actually available to us. So we need to explore them, and then we need to tap them for our city. And that's what we need: population or robots to tap a location. I'm going to take either of these two. It costs 1 power because it's 1 distance away from our city, and we're going to take that one because I need tritium to build titanium to build mines, and tritium is just nice to have. This one also has a location that's on high ground. Some things are good on high grounds. And then we have these locations here that have a happiness. That means we actually get some happiness here. This is now the projects we get suggested. And we can either get a laboratory, which gives us power, or science, or we can get a tritium thermo generator, which gives us power, or we can get a greenhouse farm. So farms which synergize really well. It costs 10 resources, and it would give us 1 food, plus we can place it next to the soil factory, so it could actually give us 2 food. That would give us more population soon, so that's pretty neat. But this one also needs, we start with a lot of power, but we also need to keep getting more power. And we did get some tritium here, so if we keep exploring out, we can probably get this tritium thing. So I'm going to take this, even though it's, not as ideal. We can keep expanding, and I want to expand down here, because then we get more tritium and more titanium. We have now 8 tritium, and if we can explore 1 more, oh, look at this one. This is a mineral cave where we can do a titanium mine. Oof, I really want that. So we want 1 more tritium, and then we need to expand, but we can only expand once we get food, and we get 2 food per turn. So we just continue. These first turns are really simple. Now we get these X Mars Foundation. There's some, once in a while there's random events. We can get a tuber farm, which is food. That's nice. A habitation module, which is more population, or a lab. I'm going to skip the lab because I want to build that in my second city, and I want a tuber farm instead because that will synergize. And now we get another tuber farm suggested, but that requires soil, and we don't really have the soil. We could get another tritium thermal generator, or we can get another habitation module. I know from experience that we will get a lot of free food, so I think I'm actually going to go for a habitation module. And then I'm going to explore, and we'll probably get food at this point. We got collect a resource. This is a flat plains. This means this is a location where we can found a city, but we're going to need 25 food and 10 water in order to found a city. And you can see there are some rocks here. These need some power to remove, and this is a different layout. So for example, this one has a 4 tile here in the middle, or it has a 3 tile here, or a 3 synergy here. So this, I don't know, it's nice for the 4 tile, but then everything else can't really be synergized. We now have enough to build this one. And now we're getting in a little bit into trouble because obviously, ideally I would want to have the tritium generator so that it could have a synergy as well. I'm going to try to build it like this, and then we can have like one that gives +2 or +2 adjacent power, and then another one here. That would also be working. And then I can have my little food cluster over here and my power cluster here, and then I'll have 2 additional tiles that I can use for anything we want. That's the turn. If we start, so trade route. That's time for us to talk about trade routes. Ooh, a robot hub is so good. But that's also good. We're going to skip the power right now, but we're definitely taking robots. Robots are basically the same thing as population, except they're not affected positively or negatively by happiness, which means that this one gives us 2 robots, which will give us the same as 2 population. And that means that we can put them to work. This is something we absolutely want. So I'm going to put it here because my plan was, that I want population, synergy, tritium power, and some synergy for tritium for power, and some water thing here. And then I have these 2 tiles, as I said. One of them will now be for robots. And then you can see we now have 2 tiles for expansion. I can move into that tile. This is now our tile, and we can build the mine. We can't build the mine until it's ours, but once we build the mine, 4 power plus 4 titanium, we get now 1 tritium per turn. I really want this one. This is amazing. This is also an important thing. The dike, we can build the dike because this one has 1 water. That means that if the water level on Mars increases just 1 level, then this place gets flooded, and unless we build the dike. So I'm actually absolutely certain that I really want this one, and then I want to build the titanium, but I can't do that because I don't have it. I need 4 more titanium, so I need to go out and use my exploration option to hopefully get more. You can see that they get more expensive as we get further away, but I do need it, even though I'd also like this one. But right now the silica isn't really needed, so I'm gonna go out here. Let's see, we can also get some other things that could be necessary. You can see we want tuber farms, which is nitrate, so let's go for this one. This gets a lava tube, and we get 10 food, bonus food, yay! So this is a lava tube, which is very well protected against radiation, which just basically translates into give us more happiness. But they're also really annoying to build because they're full of stuff here. So we need 2 more titanium, and that gets us into the trade routes. So next turn I can get this one and get at least 2 of these titanium, which will be enough. But I can also use trade routes to start getting something else. I really want to get the tuber farm, even though there's 2 turns until we get this. But if I can get the tuber farm, I can actually get +2 food. So that's really nice. So I can say I want to spend something. Right now we don't need titanium, so I'm tritium. So I'm going to use 1 tritium and then simply shunt it in here, hoping that we get some more nitrates in the next turn. Then we get 1 more here. Now we have another thing. The tritium power generator is actually nice. This one could be nice as well, because that would sort of complete our little trifecta, but we are running out of power, so I'm going to focus on power. Also, there is a location up here that has more tritium, so it's probably easier for us to get the tritium and get that. This is igloos. This protects against cold temperature, which is nice, which gives us happiness. Right now we have +0 happiness, but we're getting happiness from exploring these locations. And very soon, you can see this bar up here. This one means that there's 4% chance on the next turn that we'll get a -14 support per turn. And then it basically start the clock on sort of running out. We still don't have that, so we're going to keep exploring. Here, we want... This one is tritium and titanium. We want titanium because that's what we need for our mine. And then tritium, yeah, let's get this as well. And then now we also realize that we probably shouldn't be ditching our tritium here. So now we can build this and get 2 titanium per turn, which is amazing. So this is going to help us a lot. Titanium is very important in the beginning because you want to capture as many mines as possible. So it's one of the things that we're really happy to see that. And we are now getting titanium up and running. We have to have a balance here. So do we have anything that we can expend in order to convert? No, actually not. There's nothing here that we don't want. We want the nitrates for the tuber farm. We want the tritium here for the the generator, and we want the titanium because we're going to need more mines, and it's just really precious to us right now. We can't take this, we can't take this one. This one will get us one more power population in the next turn. Onwards. We get now a free satellite that gets us into space projects, and this is also, we'll just skip this a little bit. Whew, okay. Any of these things are interesting, yes. I think that they're not going to be relevant for the first city. So basically what we're doing now is looking for things that would be great to have in the second city. I love getting a RoboHub immediately in a new city, so we can tap that. So we're actually going to take this and get it ready for the next city. We got an exploration satellite. The exploration satellite is a space project. We can use trade routes to send resources, not between the different resources here, but send them actually to space. And yeah, that's what we really want to do. Eventually, and this one gives us one free exploration every 3 turns. This one can be going as far away as we want without the cost. It will cost 3 turns because it's a satellite, so it doesn't matter where it is. That means we can now get resources that we can then interchange to other things. So I'm going to take this one because I get science and I get some titanium and some silicates. So I get some resources that I can now use to exchange. I don't want this, but I do very much want to keep working on this one here. We are also now slowly starting to look for the next city. And in here, we now have population. We could also build the robot hub, but that would be, in my opinion, redundant. So we're going to put that in here. Oh, that's absolutely not. We luckily have an undo action. We're going to put that in here because that is room for a synergy building between them that would then increase. We still don't get any kind of happiness here. We got +1 happiness. Woohoo! Amazing. And that means we now have 1 tile that we can build. But we only have this one, and I don't really want to go there. Here's also another thing. The ones that are 1 tile away from the city is not a penalty, but this one even incurs a -1 penalty because it's far away from the original city. So we're actually going to take this because that means we can get access to this mine. I would love to get this mine as well, but it's 1, 2, it would give 1 minus for this one and 2 minus for that one just to get it. So we'll probably have another city in here. Maybe on this location. The ones with happiness icons are usually places where we can expand. So I'm going to be taking that one, getting some silicates, because there will be a silicate mine, and I'm going to tap this immediately. Boom. So now we have a silicate mine here, and we don't have anything that uses silicates right now, so I'm just going to be using the silicates to feed into our nitrates so we can get more food next turn. Good. And we can't do that. We now have a mega project. Mega project is part of the DLC, one of the DLCs, and that basically is a type of project we can build in a city, and they have sort of different stages. This one gives us a lot of terraforming levels, not relevant for us right now. Ecology is really expensive in food, but it gives us lots of population, so it's also like a little bit later. And then the core drill is great if we sort of build in a lava tube that's full of rocks inside the city, and we need to remove the rocks because then we can see we get titanium silicates for rocks we destroy. I mean, I think it's kind of junk, this one. But yeah, none of these are particularly great. None of the ones that we really want. So I'm getting the ecology. It's not going to be used for a very long time, but hey, we have it. And now we can end the turn and move on. We're probably going to get the minus stuff next time. Here is an interesting building for us. This one is a resonance station. It gives +1 power to anything nearby, which means that we have now 1 tritium we can play soon, and we have another tritium inside our factory. But it costs 22, so it's very expensive. The alternative is to get an eco home, which is a lot more cheaper for food, but then also costs science. So if you have a lot of science and less food, this is an option, but that's not our case. Or we can get greenhouse effect or greenhouse, but we don't have water, so I'm gonna take this one as a synergy building. And we can now see that we can build the tuber farm, which I'm going to build up here, and we get +2. This icon is to build the ecology, but that's not really an option. We now get 4 food per turn, which is nice, and we can see that our power is really dropping. So we really want to get this one going. Now we want to start saving up for this one. That means we can't start using our silicates anymore. We need to start using our science because we don't have anything that really needs science right now. Let's go out and explore further. We can now do exploration. We can get a little bit of water and also some science. Not that we want it for something, but we can then feed it into our trade routes. We could also go over here and get this one so that we get our tritium power faster. It's not the greatest. I think I'll just accept that it takes a little bit of time. Oh, here's another thing. We don't need the tritium in here. What would be the thing that we want? Well, I guess we're going to focus on... oh, actually, maybe we'll focus on this one now, because that means I get 7 plus 1 plus another one, so that's 9 that we can make this next turn. Then let's just explore the stuff that's nearby. Or we could start exploring towards new locations. This one gives us water, this one gives us silicates. So let's work on the silicates, because that's, yeah, something. These ones will also, this will have silicates. Good. Next turn. Now we got the rising expectations, minus 14. So now we get minus 13 per turn, and that means we're actually in deep trouble. Now we have another option. This is a synergy building that you can build between population, because adjacent population get +3 support. This means that we place it between our population buildings here. If we place it here, then we get +3, then we get this +6 happiness. That's pretty good. The other alternative is this one. The school, this gives +1 science by itself, but only gives two silicates next to it. So I think we'll actually want to get a little bit more resources, even though we're going to be lacking on science. So we're going to put this one in, and I'm going to put that in here. Yeah. And we also get a tritium generator, which we're going to be here. So now we have 2 power, which is helping. So 2 buildings built this turn. We can still build this one, but I don't want to build it this turn, or this at this point. We currently only have buildings that are inside, but we will also get at least a blue background, but we'll also get some with red background that are placed out here on these tiles. So it's not just for mines. There's also buildings and locations out here that we want to build. At this point, we want to continue. These are always great, like 20-something's happiness, which will offset the -9 we have quite easily over time. We're going to continue to work on finding resources here that we can get more nitrates, because we could get another tuber farm like this, which is nitrates. So nitrates would be nice. Aside from this, oh, what did I just build? Oh no, I built a school which takes 10 silicates. So the silicates are now done. Oh no. Okay, so that's a long way to 22. We'll probably never get there, but because we'll get distracted along the way. So this satellite comes up next turn. I really want to see if this or this is going to be our next city. And none of them actually have stuff we really need. So spending 3 power on getting there is a little bit expensive in my opinion, but we really want to see. I don't want this to be the next location because lava tubes are too expensive to get right now. Sand here can be converted, and then this, oh sorry, I'll let you explain it. This can convert the sand and you can use it to throw on the glaciers instead. Not really getting it. This would be a okay location. Oh no, it's very, very cold in here. So let's work on this one. This is a nice warm thing. So let's actually work towards seeing if this could be our next location, either up here or down here. That's a canyon view, and we get +10 food. So we're working closer. Canyon view just gets a viewpoint, which gets comfort of living. Comfort of living is +1 happiness for every population. So this could be an exploration, or this could be an exploration. We'll find out next turn. We're still removing this in favor of here. Yes, we have a decent amount of that. We actually need to start working on water, because if we want to found the next city, we could do this one, but we could also, if we get 10 water, actually found the next city, and the next city would be would need 10 water, and it's actually going to be 3 turns until we get it. Yeah, so maybe this is not actually what we want. It's a little bit long shot to get this one right now. So there, we're going to be working on our water, and then we're going to explore over here for more water. There must be like a water location somewhere up here, since these have hints of water. Now we get a science, a technology thing, which costs science, which we don't really have. This one, when you found a new city, it starts with 1 expansion. That means we can already expand 1. This is nice, but you need to get it really early. Improve robotics, gain 1 power and 1 titanium when constructing a robot. I'm going to construct a lot of robots. Plus, this is a cheap science, so we can actually get it. Natural Reserve Initiative, new location. This is also really nice because it gives us happiness, and we do need happiness to, well, not die. This one is resources, which is just convenient, and particularly in the beginning, it's convenient. Like what it would do is basically that when we create this one, we would get 2 power and 2 titanium back. That's nice. But I guess we need to stop consuming this one and start consuming this instead, and then maybe actually work on our science so we can get the science production going. And then we can also find some science out here once in a while. For example, that one. We're going to go out here and look for this one. This might be a location for flat plains. Yeah, so flat plains is where we can expand, but it doesn't have any radiation protection, which means that the comfort of living is not going to be great. This is an okay city. It has like a location here with multiple synergies and a location here for a 3 synergy. So it is a possible location. It's not amazing, but it is possible. You can't find this until you've explored all the adjacent ones. So I'm thinking that this, and this are all leading up to a location here that has a lot of water. What we need to do is we need to get some more science. So let me actually check this. This only cost 1. So let's keep... We only got 2 science from this one, and we can get more science and a big water hint here. Oh, look at that. That's Phobos or Dimos, one of the planets here. And let's see. So what are we working towards? We're working towards another population, which we'll definitely get in here because we're not going to get the water yet. We do want to get the science because now science is apparently something we need. And it just shifts all the time what is the most important thing. And down here, we either want this one for happiness or we want this one because it's easy. I'm going to take this because it's easy to play and we will probably fill up on cards. Here we can get the tuber farm or we can get a photovoltaic. I think this is amazing because we actually have up here a mountain location, which means that if we can build this and we can claim that, we can actually get 2 power from that location or we can get 2 food from this. Both are really good, but I think from the sake of it, I really want to focus on this one first because I think 4 food is actually nice right now. It's okay right now. So that means now it's that's the silica we need to start working towards. So we need to focus on silica. We need to focus on science. The science isn't... we're going to get some more science up here and we're going to get some more water up there. So that means that's not the most important. And I do think we then going to go over here. So it just keeps shifting what the balance is, what is most important from turn to turn as we progress. Here's another building that is a happiness building. We can get robots. I already have one. Or we can get a lab, which is something we might want in the second city. But I think that's a little bit too early to get that. But we can get a public bath here. That's something we definitely need. This is slowly moving forward. I can go up here, get some water and happiness and silicates, which I don't care about. Or I can go up here for some science. That means we can now play the improved robotics. That means whenever we get robotics, we get some titanium and some power back. It's not the greatest ability, but hey, it's something. And it also just takes a card off of our list here. This one will be 2 turns. We really want to see, like, I don't think these can be next to each other. So this one cannot be a location we can settle at. So we could settle at this one. I'd always prefer settling in craters. This is a flat plane, this is a flat plane. We don't have craters, we have lava tubes here. And I don't want to settle in the same, so it has to be out here. This one could be a good one. If we look up here and there's a water hint, then that would be perfect. We're going to get 1 more habitation module next turn. And we now have a new leader. So you're retiring, that means these abilities, we didn't use the other ones, are irrelevant. And this one keeps going here for Megastructures +1, not really relevant. This one is amazing. I think this is regional buildings cost 10% less. Regional buildings are buildings built outside of our city. It also means we can do 2 rocks for free, which could be nice for a new. This is not the best one. Miners unit gain 1 support per turn for every 2 new mines you construct. How many mines are we going to get? 20 maybe? So that'll be like 10 happiness. Not great. This is a free building plus 1 support for every treatment plant anywhere on the planet, and a treatment plant increases city radiation protection. I don't think that's interesting. So this is basically a little bit of happiness later on, or this one is cheaper cost. I'm going to take this for the cheaper cost. We might get the earthworks relevant as well because it basically saves us 6 energy. So yeah, maybe worth it. There we go. Oh wow, this is amazing. Combined living is one of my favorite buildings. It gives us both a population and a robot. And remember, when we build robots, we get that. So basically, this gives us on 1 slot both robots and titanium. That's great. This one is also really good. It allows us to take 1 more project. So we get presented 3, but then we can choose 2 of them. This is greater for a little bit sort of mid game when we get there. Now I really want this. This would be the obvious thing to take, but I have to take that because it expands our city. And here it gets us also +3. And we get some money back here. So that was actually dirt cheap. We can expand into this one for our photovoltaic shield. This also cost 11 and not 12 now, which is really nice. I need to start working on this out here because I want to make sure that we actually get this. This is really expensive, and I think we have settled on that location. Yeah, otherwise it's really far away. We have to. It could also be this one. This one could also be a great location for reason. But I think I'm settling on this one. So water, don't care. Tritium, don't care. But I do need to explore this area so that we can get that as the next city. Or I could focus on getting more silica so we can get plus here, +2 here. That would actually be way more worth it, I think. This one or that one. This is also another mining location. Oh, we got 10 food. Nice. So if I take this for the photovoltaic and this one for the nitrates, let's do that. There, and we're gonna build a mine. Whoop. So we also get +1 nitrates. It's all about getting a lot of this stuff. Okay, so we're now at 7, 8 next turn, and that will go up here unless something magical happens. This one is just always gonna be pushed back. Yeah, getting the next city is gonna be a little bit tricky. So now we get, ooh, this is an interesting one. We get districts, delivery drones, robot hub, and android hub. That's a lot of drones. Whew, that would be great. And it's also, the problem is it's filling up our progress bar. So the stuff we have to get it. Or we can get a bacteria spreader, which would be amazing, a plant spreader, and an animal spreader. Unfortunately, animal spreader and plant spreader are so far into the future that they would just be dead cards for now. Bacteria spreader would be amazing, but we'll get one for free soon. A giant heater costs 24 power. That's not happening. Cloud seeding, this is amazing as well, but we're just not there yet. So it's going to be the robot for us. And now we're up to 8 cards. Okay. So what do we get here? A regolith burner can get us power at the cost of a lot of titanium. Or we can get a courthouse, which gives us comfortable living, which is going to be a synergistic one. So we could get the courthouse. It would give us take food, and it would take titanium, which is not the worst thing. Let's go into our city. I could also be building a synergy building, this one, which gives +2 happiness, which would be nice for 2 of those, and +1 robot. So, another robot means another refund. There we go. We got a little bit of refund. And that gives us +1 expansion more. We're actually getting really a lot of expansion out here. This basically only has 1 available tile, and if I place this here, I will get +2 comfort of living, which will give us 2, 4, 6 extra happiness. Let's see if when we place it, I think it's a good thing to place. There, +3. Yes, so it gets +6. That means we're now technically at a positive, and we can go to -28 next turn. This is crazy. But that means we only have, we know the resonance goes in here, and we know a food building goes in here, and we know a public bath probably goes in here. So this city is pretty much done. Now, we need to explore out here. I am going to take that one because we get some silicates. Does that mean we are able to make this? Yes, it does. We're going to go here, and we're going to make that silicate building here. So that means we get 2 power now. Yay! We're sort of getting there. And I just made a mistake-ish, because now I don't have anywhere that I can explore because I just used all of our power, and that's a major issue. So we can do modular apartments, which isn't really something I want, but we just get a building here. It doesn't really do anything for us. We're probably going to throw it away because it's too expensive, or we're going to throw this away because we're at 8 cards now. Okay, so we can get 1 more building that would likely to be a bacteria spreader, and what our objective now is to explore this and this. Yeah, there's a big water hint here, so we can basically look at, if we plant it here, we get a tritium, a water, and a silica for this building, which is really nice. So that's the plan. And now we get the first bioengineering. We get a bacteria spreader, which costs science, which is not something we have a lot of, and then we can get a bacteria that produces heat in the heat, or a bacteria that produces atmosphere. We're going to take the heat one because when we increase the heat level, it will help us with a lot of things. Here's another very important thing that I really want. I don't want this. I don't want this. The landing pad gives us one more trade route. That's really important. But we are not going to get any more population in this city. So if I do that, then I can't do the bacteria spreader. On the other hand, it's not exactly like the science is right around the corner. So I think it's better for us to go out and maybe... Oh, this one is cheap as well. So let's put it up here. That means I am going to take that. You're going to go here. And I want that trade route up. Click here. So that we get 2 trade routes, which is actually quite a big difference here. We still want... what are the things that we save up for? Food is coming along nicely. Water is fine. And we want to make sure that we can expand into this territory on the next time this one comes up in 2 turns. We can explore that, and then we get this one. So I'm going to explore this, even though I don't really need it. Get some tritium and water. So all of these, you can see here, not enough resources. All adjacent locations must be explored before we can settle in a city. So we could do it next turn if we want to spend 5 energy on this one. We could also do this, but if we build a public bath, then we can't expand next turn. I don't think I'll ever do these modular buildings. I have 2 modular buildings, yeah. And we also at 9 out of 8, so whoop. This one goes away, and then I get +1 science. I mean, that's something. And then onwards to the next. Oh, we don't have this. So what do we want? I don't think tritium is particularly important. So we're really focusing here. But I think it's also... the power is problematic, even though we have +4, which is nice at this stage. I really want this one. The resonance station is amazing for us. So that's the one we're going to work towards. That is also amazing. Because this is exactly what we need to complete the first city. And then this one just like, oops, I don't want to be doing that. So we'll ditch our tritium because that's the least important thing we have right now. And we have too many buildings. Too many things in inventory. So I'm going to ditch this modular apartment again. Yes. And now our option is we can explore this at cost of 5. But that would allow us to actually settle next turn. But we can't settle next turn anyway because we don't have the power. So I don't need to do this. I can wait until I get this one for free next turn. So rather I'll find something cheap that gets us what we want. This one, which also opens another location out down here. And that gets us a little bit closer to the 22 here. Yep, it's expensive. All right, more buildings. A bus station is pretty amazing because the bus station will give us expansion. It's basically like a robot. It gives us +2 expansion. It costs the same as a robot. But the advantage of this one is that it also reduces the negative cost for expanding. So it costs the same as a robot, basically a tritium instead of titanium, but it then has less negative impact of expansion. Rover optimization center, we don't have rovers, so that doesn't matter. Restaurant district is very expensive food-wise, so I don't want that. So I'm going to take this. And we're still sort of struggling to be at too high of a count, which is problematic. So I think I really need to build something this turn, which means I need some nitrates. I'm going to use this to get out here, because then we are ready to settle in 2 turns. There we go. And then I'm going to find somewhere that has nitrates. This one luckily has nitrates and happiness. Nice. There's a crater. Unfortunately, it's in the same zone, so I'm not going to use this for expansion. Also a little bit annoying that none of these actually lead into this Elysium district. But we now have enough to build that one. That means we don't have to throw away any buildings. We can actually just build it in here. We need 1 synergy building, which could be that, but that would ruin our chance of expansion. Or I could also just build like a bus station or something like that. Or if we get another one of these delivery drones. And then, of course, we're saving up for the resonance station, which we're actually getting +3, so it's 18. And yeah, okay, it's very close. We're not going to... Oh, we're actually going to expand it next turn because we get exactly that. Perfect. So now we get another mega project. The space elevator is my favorite because it gives us trade routes, and I love trade routes. And also comfort of living. Universal Factory is +2 robots, which is also nice. It's also dirt cheap to get, so would be nice to get in a new city. Or self-improving, it gives us -comfort living, but science. So they're all really good. We're going to take the space elevator because I am hooked on trade routes. None of these are particularly good, to be honest. This one is suggesting technology is faster, but since we don't really have science, then it's not great. This is good. This one is CO2 factory, which just means that we can get going on some terraforming. We haven't talked about terraforming yet because we'll do that when it becomes relevant. I'm going to found a city. And here, I think that this is going to be my city location because I can build a population here, here, and here. And then I can build synergy buildings there and there. And I can then use this triangle for other stuff. Yes. So found a city. And I have to remove this. Otherwise I can't build very much. Well, that's going to be built here. So that's one population. Now I want to build something. It's either going to be a robot hub or it's going to be a bus station. I'm actually going to do a robot hub. Because then I get some resources back again, which I really like. Free stuff is free stuff. We might also do this. So I can build you all the way up here. I can't build on this side because the rock is blocking the access to this. So I need to remove the rocks. But I'm going to build that here. Plus 2 robots. We got free stuff. And now I can expand. I can expand out to this tritium. And get that tritium mine. Perfect. Power is now a big problem. And I still have an expansion out here. So we don't have a lot. And I want somewhere that has my silica. This one, no, that's too expensive. This one gets us silica. And we got excess power. Thank you. Very nice. We're now at 21 and I need 22. So I don't need to do this anymore. And I can actually switch this up. What would be the next thing I'd want to build is probably the bus station or that. Plus I need to remove some power or some rocks, which means I need more power. And then we can now do this. I could build this applied science center. It's not great. And it would just be like, oh, I'm building it because I can. The CO2 factory is nice. The landing pad, I'm wondering if yeah, this could be a good place for a landing pad. Yeah, let's actually build the landing pad. We can't build it now, but we can build it soon. Because I'm going to get this one in order to get this and this. So I might as well take this as next to us. So that would be a good location. So let's explore more locations that have titanium. So we can get that up here. Minus 28 support. It was bound to happen. Okay, so here's a big power plant. We can actually build it immediately. But it does give it minus comfort of living. Not great. The other things are not super interesting. So we're actually going to take it. And it gives us... I think it's worth it. Even though... Hallelujah. +2. Sweet. So now we're +6. Power is so important. You can never have enough power. There. And I'm going to remove this because now I get access to all of this other stuff. And I'm going to place you. This says adjacent population is negative. We don't want to do that. So we place it all the way up here. But it does give us -1 happiness because this one gets subtracted for happiness. For the comfort of living, it's really bad. Not great. So now we don't have the titanium or tritium here. And we don't have the landing pad thing. So we need to find a place that has, ideally, you would have titanium and... Well, we don't even care about this. It just this one is +3. This one's +4. These are expensive. I'd take this one for 2. Plus it gives us happiness. There we go. That's a lava tube. I don't want that. They're like, they can't be next to each other, but they can be very close. This gives us +4, which means that I can now mark this and get 1 more. Now I have 3 trade routes. And I don't want to do this. So now we need to figure out what is the stuff that we are saving up for now. It might actually be the titanium, the tritium here, but I think it's actually titanium or water. Oh, it's actually maybe science for the bacteria spreader. I definitely want the bus station, but we get that in 3 turns. We definitely want a bacteria spreader soon because that's something they're going to start on. So I'm actually going to be aggressively putting in here. We need to look at this location and say, what is this synergy going to do? We have power. We have, in the first city, we have food. So science is going to be here. So let's also start grabbing some science buildings. This will be a little science cluster then. And we'll be working on the science here. And then what can we ditch? Well, none of these two, none of this. So I think it's actually this one that has to suffer for now. And we proceed with the next turn. So now we get a large asteroid, which means that if we use 16 trade routes, we can actually get tritium. It's not worth it for us. We just take the 5 support. We can't do that yet. Oh, here, that's very interesting. A rover exploration center gives us another little explorer that can go out. It's nice to have, but I don't know. Carpenter, if the city has a forest, it does not have a forest. So, but it does give +5 happiness just like that. Android hub, we don't really want that because we already have one Android hub and we don't need that many. So maybe actually the rover exploration center is the least bad option we have. Now we have maybe we also want to work on water so we can get this one going. Yeah, or we just explore for the water because we can do that up here. That one. And we get bonus food, so we can actually get one more population soon. We get a little bit more water. If we can find somewhere that gets us water. This one has to be exploring as far away as possible. So for example, up here could be a potential new location. We don't even know what the state is until we explore it. That's flat plains, unfortunately. So we're going to take a look at this as well. We really don't want to settle on flat plains. We want to settle in craters because they have +2 radiation protection. All right, moving on. Now we get a new type of bacteria. I like this bacteria here. It doesn't have any requirements. Oh, -2. So not a problem. This one gives us university, which is something we really want. Oxygen factory would also be nice. But I'm going to take the university, I think, because that will go in hand with our idea about expanding our population. So in here, we can now build another population. And I'm going to build it down here. This is -1, but we can then build our public bath. And that gets us some happiness. Yay, happiness. That's actually not the best place. I actually want to build it up here. So we want to build this university right there. And then have some school or some lab, and lab. That's what we want. We could build more robot hub, but I don't think that's what we need. We could... Well, let's actually get this one for some mining. So we get like a constant supply of water. We just want constant supply of everything to keep going here. The bus stop is something we really want in here. So let's actually just add that immediately. Yeah, the bus stop is not a negative thing. So we get +2 expansions. Now this one could be for the bacteria spreader. And this one is just happiness. So we'll go over here. That one. And then build a viewpoint tower, which gives us just +2 happiness. It's not great. And this might be something we'll replace later on. But hey, it's something. Right, moving on to next thing. Now it's actually titanium that is a little bit more of a problem. And of course also this one we'll get it next turn. So good thing we have another expansion location up. Let's expand into this location here. There we get a crater, nice. And this crater, even though it's a little bit too close in my opinion, then this city might actually be done in terms of sort of expanding to that. And then it doesn't really need much more expansion. And then we can get the next one, which can go out and get these 2 mines. Yeah, that seems like a fair idea. Moving forward, automation center, +3 support, megastructure in this city require 1 population, not great. Soil factory, we don't need this. Marsha is a new food building. I'll take it. It's the only one we have. I am now going to we're going to go into there. So we now have a bacteria spreader. And now we can spread bacteria. We can do either the heat, and now it's time for us to look over here. So we have 4 different parameters. We have temperature, we have oxygen, we have ocean level, and we have atmosphere. Notice that these 2 take 30 for a level increase. This one takes 60 for a level increase. This one takes 30, but ocean levels, you can't get something to get +1 ocean level. Ocean is something you import or you unleash from these aquifers. So that's a different way you get those, or space projects. So it's basically, do I want +1 for the oxygen level or +1 for the heat level? Both are great, but I'm going to go for heat first. And I'm going to go in this one here. I'm going to spread in this one. And now we have life on Mars. It gives us +20 support, +2 happiness. And it sort of adds up here for +2 happiness. We're still at -14, and there's a chance that it'll proc up to +42 next one. So we are in trouble. Continuing to explore, we definitely don't want this one anymore. So now we need to figure out what are the things that we really want now. I think if we look at it, it looks like a lot of things need titanium. So maybe it's titanium we want to focus on, or it could be working towards this university, although the university in itself is not very important. So maybe we go this and then take it from the tritium, because we don't have anything that needs tritium right now. What can we do? Let's take cheap science here. I want to go up here to see if this is a potential for the next city. That's a can we do, unfortunately, so no. This one, I really don't like that location, but it's just kind of looking for the next city. Always looking for the next city. Moving forward, and we now get a new leader. We are going to be retaining this one, the minus 10% cost for regional buildings. Then this one will last forever. And now we get into sort of the mid game where we get +1 resources. We get something extra for prospecting, or this one will probably get us +2 science. Nice. This one is ocean dike expertise. Reduce the cost of constructing new dikes. This is really nice, but it's a lot later that we need to build dikes. These are not very interesting in my opinion. A drone hub is not great. Extra one. So it's basically, this one gives free resources. I like free resources. This one is power boost, which isn't really that great. This one isn't really that great either, but we'll take it for the extra resources here. So we're going to choose you. Now we get a research project. What is this? Reduced titanium owners. Mines that produce titanium owned by the city produce 1 month titanium. This is incredibly expensive, in my opinion. And this one is +2 support for every building that requires water. Not many of those will be there, but I definitely wanted this. So now we get to look at exploration side. So now this, we actually have to then do 1, 2, 3, which we can't, and 1, 2. So we can now use our trade routes instead of moving things here, then move it into space to get another set of exploration satellites, which is another set of this one, which would be very amazing. But that slows our accumulation of all the other resources down in the meantime, unfortunately. But we do get this one, prospecting tours. So now this gets extra resources. That means it's very valuable for us to find somewhere that maybe has a triple resource like this or this, because we'll get +1 for each of those resources. So yes, please. +1 for each. It was 6, 2, 3, and we get more. That's a large meteorite. Nice as well. None of these actually are locations that for mining or this one would be a nice one to explore, because it could be a location for us to settle. It's a crater. Perfect. This, even though it only has 2 outputs, I think this might be our next location. It's not great, actually. It's really miserable. Yeah, it is miserable, because it's a long way until some of these. It doesn't even, if it had that connection, it would be amazing, but it does not. Okay, what can we build? We can build the rover expansion center, but we don't have any free tiles to use, and it would also need a tile out here. So this is the problem with it. We could build out here. We could, for example, build, this is also a potential for a location. I could, for example, build the Android hub, which would give us 3 robots. Oh, hold on, I could do something else, couldn't I? This is actually what we want to save up for, because we wanted the +2 trade routes. Oh yes, I forgot that. This will also be comfort of living, yes, and adjacent mines provides extra trade routes. Adjacent mines, there's 1 adjacent mine, so it's not great. So it's probably better to do here. This is 1, 2 adjacent mines, so that's a little bit better. Yeah. Okay, so we can't really build anything. I don't think this is the best thing to build these ones yet, because it's much better to use to save up our resources. Now we get a free building here, a miners cottage. Those are really not that amazing. A gas factory might actually be exactly what we want right now. These are not great. This one gives us +2 extra cards, so we get 5 cards to choose from. Again, not amazing, but it's something. In this city here, we're going to be placing the gas factory. The gas factory is getting +2 atmosphere per turn, so that means it'll accumulate over time. It's not great, but hey, beggars can't be choosers. We're now at 15, so if we somehow could get +5, we can get some trade routes. I can get +5 if I do that. There we go. Then I can go in here. I can build this one, get +2 trade routes. Nice. Then we're going to deal with trade routes. We have... There we go. We need to get the... Now we can go 5, so I have 3 plus 5. That's 8 plus 5 more. Yeah, it's not enough to actually get more. But we also have a special trade route here, which you can't send to space, but that's because we got a mining trade route. We can do this for just getting more titanium again. The research center is something we want to save up for, and this is something we want to save up for, but we're going to be using it for our exploration satellites. This is +1 support for every 2 robots. This is actually nice in our new city. Windmills are very basic, so I might do this one for some happiness. Because in this city we actually have 2. Okay, I was thinking we had more robots here. We do not, but I want more robots. And so I can build the robot, so I can build this, so I can, and so on and so forth. This one, we now need 3 more here, and this one we can't do it in 1 turn, but we'll do it in 2 turns then. Anything else we are focusing on? Yeah, oh, we have actually ability to make more food here, or make another population center, which I'd really like to get, but that requires additional titanium. So do we have somewhere cheap that we can get titanium? Yes. Anywhere else that has titanium on the cheap? This is a lot of titanium, but it's not cheap. I still want to go up here. I'll take this one because it might actually reveal another location that could be a happiness location for us, or therefore, but it does give us enough for a population. This one has all the population needs. It does need a synergy building. The other one can get another population up here. Boop. That's great, which means we can now get the rover exploration center if we explore something, or we can get this one, which is obviously way more valuable. So let's focus on this instead. Now we finally get a lab, which is something we really want, because that's our science that we can increase. Development center is also nice, but let's work on our science cluster down here, that one, and then we'll have the university here, and then another lab in those 2 locations whenever. This is the ecology, which you can't build anytime soon. We have a location. I'm going to be taking this location, and we get a crystal cave. Well, that's too expensive for us now. We're missing 4. We can also just use this one for expansion. I'm going to tape this. Yeah, because that gets us enough for the crystal cave. So again, we're not doing the rover. Come on. Yeah. And then tap that. That gets us +2, which is amazing, and actually gets us somewhere near this one. Whew. Okay, but it's also just unlikely that we'll get more population here. If we look at it, this is reserved for science. This is reserved for synergy. This could be another population center. And then we only have 1 location left in here, which could be either a robot household thing, which I don't want because I only have 2 robots now. Not much. And it doesn't look like I'm going to get more robots. All right, onwards. Next turn. We got... Oh, I messed up something. Okay, so we get reverse engineering. Setting a project gives 10 support instead of 1 science. That's actually okay, I think. Megastructures cost fewer resources. When increasing the terraform. This is good, but yeah, 15 science. Oh, and we got a sandstorm. So I need to repair because the sandstorm gives us -10. So repair and repair, even though it's expensive. Oh my god, that's expensive. Wow. Okay, so that was expensive, but we now are down to -3. And we get you. And we get another exploration option on a 3-turn timer. Perfect. And we now don't have anything here. Let's see what we get. Ooh, a mohole project. That's interesting. It gives +2 heat per turn and increases it placed on a resource. It also mines that resource. Interesting. Or a cultured meat lab. Or a marsha. Cultured meat lab might not actually be bad. But we are going to use our science for this and this. So we don't have other populations. So this is accruing. So I think I want to do that one. The other one's too expensive. All right. We need to keep expanding or keep exploring. Let's explore out here. This is not so expensive, and it gets us a silicate deposit, and this crater is probably going to be our next city, even though it's a little close to that one. Yeah, and we now have a exploration. What are we looking for? We now have lots and lots of trade routes, so we can go absolutely crazy on trading. Looks like water is something we have too much of, but we could, for example, just go reset all trade routes. We have 5 plus 2 special ones. So for example, if we say this is going to be 16 and I want to just add 6 there, so I can actually add 6 per turn now for that one. So I get that immediately next turn. What else do we want? We want to explore and to see if this is a flat plains again. Not great with the flat plains. Okay, so that would be a thing, but then we'd have also obviously have to delete or trade some things. Yeah, we're at 8 out of 8. That means we have to build something next turn, and that will be this university here, which will help increase that. Cool. Arctic hares, which means it's an animal spreader. I mean, it's really nice, but it's a little bit too early for us to go into animal spreading. We just don't have the have it yet. Oh wow, this is a space project that gives us 10 support per turn. This is really nice, just nice to get it. But a bacteria spreader is actually what we really want, because we need to have 3 or maybe even 4 bacteria spreaders going, and we're now going to go in here and build that. So now we get 1 more science, only 1 more, but if we can knock these down, then we can get more. Okay, let's see. We now have 1 exploration turn per turn, and I really want to... What are we now saving up for? Looks like science is getting there. This one is 2 turns, so either we get this explored in 2 turns, or we need some science. Science would be a nice thing to, but we can do that with trading. Let's explore that. That's a large tritium, so it's a +2. I will take this one as our next location, because I do need a new city. Let's see, does this have... It does have a lot of times. Oh, this is a anomaly which is good for science, but I'm probably not going to do that, because there's a 3 here, there's a 3 here, there's a 3 here. This is a really good city for trees, for synergies. So let's try to work on some synergies there. This robo exploration is not really happening. This one isn't really getting there, so yeah. There you go. What do we want? We want to make sure that we can get this megastructure next turn. More important than that one, I think. So we definitely need to make sure that we get 2. And then what else would be interesting to get? I think we really want more titanium, and we don't need tritium. Tritium is not important right now. And then get titanium. Yes. Oof, 42. There we go. That's really bad. Another one of these, another one of these. These are all really bad. Nothing. I don't want any of this, unfortunately. But I have to take some of it. So let's do the megastructure. What was it? It costs 20% fewer resources. Not great, but you know, if for example we go in here, now this one only costs 40 instead of... that actually is not bad. Huh. That is not bad, actually. You might actually go for this one instead. Just get +2 population here. Yeah. Instead of building this one, which was my other idea, was building an Android hub in this location, which is the last one we can get. Yeah. Well, I gotta keep exploring. Here. Silicates. And this can explore as far away as it wants. So I want to explore up here and see what that is. Let's see. Or we maybe want to go in here and see if there's something interesting. Sandstones. Okay. Just kind of unlocking these locations to see what's in here. Like this is a good location. It has neat temperatures. Gonna wait. Alright, so we get an import water, which isn't really doing much because we need 30 for the next level. Did I overbuild this? Oh. A food factory? I don't think that's what I want right now. It's also like a minus support food factory. It's dirt cheap. So probably put it in our new city. Yeah, let's do a new city. Down here. Found it. We need a lot of power to delete all this. I'm gonna build that. There is a population that also gives science, which would be nice to place here. But I think I'm going to put the population here. Take that out. These are synergy. And if I do this, then I unlock... No. Damn, expensive. Then I'm gonna build you here. And then I want one of these to be another food location. Good. So I'm gonna make this into a food location. There. So now we have a city. And that needs to go out there. And out there. And I can only do one of them. Because this takes 4, this takes 8, and I don't have enough. So let's do a location. Let's keep expanding. Oh, we can expand from here as well. These are cheap, but they're not really something I want. I'll do that. And then I can use you to get some more titanium by unlocking that one, which also unlocks another region. Good, so now we can actually build both of these. There. That's important. Getting more resources is something we're really good at now, but what we're not very good at is all the other stuff. Okay, so happiness, very big problem, and we might just die. So let's reset here, and then figure out what is the next thing we want. I think we want to get some more terraforming going, and that means getting another bacteria spreader, because the bacteria spreader is here on a cooldown. So in 5 turns we can spread to another zone, and that means we can get multiple running at the same time. So I think I really want to focus on this. We are at +3, so we are at 11. I can't do that in 1 turn, so that's not really important. I could do another trade route, but I honestly think I have enough trade routes right now. I do think so. That's crazy, at least for sort of this level. But on the other hand, like, stuff is accruing like this here without us actually being able to do anything about it. So I think we want to try working on this. And it's the tritium is the least valuable. I think we need something for these two. Yep. Good. And what are we missing? We're exporting more, and that one. So this is now 17, and I need to get up to 22. So if I could find +5 next turn, unlikely. We now get public space transport. This is insanely good. Because this one gives us a +2 per space project from now on. And that's exactly what we need. I do need to have +2 so that this one gets to 22 next turn. And there. That's all we can do. Oh, this one was the other way around. There. And then we need 2 more. That gets a little bit low. This one. Huh. How's that not? These are 5 in here. How's that? Okay, this is weird. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2. And take that one. There. That's what I wanted. So this one is now at 22 next turn. And we need to do some other things that I take out. This turn I will take 5 out, so I'm going to do this one. There we go. Perfect. We can do the research center. Yes, but that just goes against what we want. I can also do a landing pad, which I also don't want. This one. Yeah. Not really knowing what I want to build here. Did I choose? Yes, I chose. We never even saw this one. Tritium per 5 power produced. No thanks. And you have not done anything yet. So what is it we were looking for? We're looking for like just expansion, right? Or is there something particular we're looking for? Science. This one is a cheap science. We can do that. That is so close to actually getting it. So no, this is not needed anymore. And we'll just do 6 here. And then we'll do the science next turn. That one goes up and gets a little bit more power because power is in trouble. So how do we expand this city? Because we're going to be putting the bacteria spreader here next turn. And we do need more stuff. I'm thinking we can just put another robot hub in here. And then this one also becomes valuable. That's the plan. Oh, wow. Spaceport. Woo, this is so good. Or the Man-Machine Academy. +1 science for combination of 1 robot and science. That would be so good in this city. Because that would be +2. That would be +2. But in this city, with population here, it would be +3. And then it would be placed down here. That's good. That's good science. We do need to expand this one here. So, do you have free stuff? Yes, you have one free location. Oh, but that doesn't matter. This... I'm actually going to have to expand out here. That's a crater. That would have been better location to spread to. Okay, my concern here is, if I take this... if I look at this one, the spaceport is amazing as well. It gives us trade routes, and you know me and trade routes. But I think I want this one. This gives us extra science, and we can build it immediately. Yes, I'm gonna do that. So I'm gonna put the bacteria spreader here. There, we're gonna spread, and I'm gonna be getting another with heating. There we go, in this zone. So now we get +2 heat. It's not a lot, but when we get it, it's gonna make a difference. Then in here, I'm going to make this academy. This will give us, oh, in this city, +1. In this city, it'll give us +3. I like. There we go. So, and if I could somehow get more robots in here, I know that I could get more robots in here. Yeah, but we do have problems up on this one. Okay, so here I need more robots. But I don't have a lot of locations that I can actually place things. That one, I'm going to place these robots here. And that gives us ability to tap this and this. And one of them could be either for the rover or for the silicate deposits. Okay. Okay, let's go up here and continue to explore this location. Maybe this is our new location. Flat plains again. My god, we're annoyed about those flat plains. Ah. Okay, these two. I can now expand here and tap that mine. Which again, more resources. And... 5? Yeah. Okay, so I can only get 5 here. But then I can tap you and get that into more power. That's important. So it'll take a little bit of turn before we get that. I want the rover thing as well. Yeah. Or the landing pad. I don't know which one I want the most. Or I could get this one. Yeah. We'll see. New leader. Okay, so we still have this one, which isn't really great because it's these 4. You are mines cost 25% less. Very nice. Or this is increase your projects proposal 1 for every 10 projects you sell. I'm not selling many projects, but proposing life forms might be nice. It's a little bit later. So you have getting some CO2 and heat, atmosphere and heat and mining. So this one also gets more resources. So I'm going to do that. Here's another. It must have oxygen. And then it gives animal. It has animal. Comfort of living is nice. I think it's the Central Park. Food, but it requires rainfall. So it's the Central Park. It's the only one we got. Engineering school is not something I want. Marsha. I already have a Marsha. Another CO2 factory? No. We'll get another Marsha. I don't like it, but it's kind of what we can do. I mean, we have a lot of resources. Like a lot of resources. Let's go continue. Lava tube. And I'm just wondering where we should build our rover, if we can. In order for me to build a rover, I'd need to get 4 titanium. Do I even have a place that I could get 4 titanium? I don't think so. But I need to start looking for some really good location out here. This is a crater. Let's have a look on this one to see if that connects. Connects okay. So this crater could go out here for the rich sands, nitrates. Get nitrates, it could get water, and it could get that. Good. What I could also do here, I could have tapped that one. I forgot. I could tap this one, take the water and empty it, and then build that location. We're going to get another population next turn, which will go in here, which means we really need synergy building here. And you get 14, so we can build the research center next turn. Or I could... yeah. The rover? Is it the rover? I can't unleash the water in this location unless I tap the location. And I'd rather want to tap this location, so I can use that for the expansion. Yeah. Well, there's nothing more we can do this turn anyway. Dimers. We get a Dimers, so we can found a city up here, which is going to be a little bit tricky. But it's a great city. So, what do we get? Another rover? No thanks. A load balancing per 3 mines owned by the city. So that's a nice power, but we got 8 power, so let's focus on food instead. Enable this. We get +2 science for each space project. And let's get back on the planet. And so, we now can do... Oh. Ooh, comfort of living would be nice here, right? This one's not gonna get 1, 2. This one's better for comfort of living, because I'm gonna get another power here. So that gets us a little bit of power here. Then I'm gonna build a Marsha, like that. Yes. Then you're gonna be building a research center. Yeah, it's not a... This one's gonna be making food over here. Let's see. There isn't a lot of buildings left here that I can... Or a lot of locations. This one should be a science cluster or a power cluster. This one has so many robots. This would give us +10 in this town. I can't not do that. I need +10 happiness. Ooh, but then I can't do this +2 card draw. I think I need card draw more than happiness. Ooh, but it's 10 happiness. I gotta do this. Then we'll do this one next turn. I can live without it. Alright, so that was a lot of stuff that happened. I can not build the rover because I just used all my titanium. Oops. But good news on this one. We can start building the Dimers city. Dimers will make space projects more cheaper, which is nice. So I can put 5 in there. You can see that we're just accumulating way too much of some of the items here. So that's a little bit interesting. Did we know where our next city is going to be? Yeah, that one. I think this is the one. We can't explore out here. We don't have anything in this zone. And this... Oh, this is a bad zone. It's -3 heat. So let's look at other locations potentially. Up here there's a flat plains. That one could be low one, but that's gonna have to be with a satellite. We could also expand in here just to see what's in here. Is there anything we need? Yes, titanium. I don't have anything. We're getting titanium. Let's explore this one. Okay, so this must be the place where we can expand to. Okay, we still have you, but we can't build any of it anyway, so. And we get another, that one. Okay, here's another. Oh, this one was really good before. But this is also good. Space Hotels gives us free power. We'll take this. Now let's spread more. We are at +2. This one's still chugging along. We also got the plankton, but that requires an ocean. We don't have oceans yet. So let's expand this to this zone. Also get 2. We get +2 happiness per turn if there is a city in the zone that we spread. So we have bacteria in 3 places. Ooh, you got a location. That's nice. That means we can actually... We can get you out here and get that one. Sweet. I forgot that. Those landing pads are things that we can replace later. And let's see, in here, I can take you out, and then I can build this. What? Oh, you can only build one of them in the city. Ah! Luckily, we can build it down here, which is equally as good. Oh, it's not equally as good. But it will be. It will be when we build more. Okay. Any place that I can build stuff. There's a synergy building space here. There is 1 space available, so we build that. We really need a new town because we have filled it up. So the next city is that one. And or it's going to be Dimers. Here's another thing. that's enough. Could I get... This is 21, so like that would actually be 25. So that means we could actually expand either with a Marsha or with a new city. And I think we need a new city. Where did we get that new city? That's a lava tube. We don't have places for new cities, do we? We don't even have the good candidate for the next city. There's always like a hunt for the new next city. We did have one up here. This one. There's a crater. Hello, new city. Okay, so next turn we can explore out here and get this location. It doesn't actually need to have a lot of stuff. Like a titanium would be amazing. But aside from that, we'll just need to build stuff in here. And... okay, what are you missing? Okay, we're importing and exporting is imbalanced. So this one. Let's do a little bit of balance here. There's nothing here that needs this. 4. Okay, we have an awful lot of... 1, 2, 3, 4. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay. That one. This is so weird. There we go. That's gonna work. And... there we go, that's it. Everything is used. So now we really need to get more card draw, because we're actually using up our cards, and we don't have that. This one would be nice to have, importing from series. It's not too expensive. Cultured meat lab would be nice. We really need something. This is just more, but we need... we'll do that one, because then we can get some oceans going. Okay, so either we build a city, well, we do build a city, and it'll be built up here. That was the crater. Looking good. This one is giving us natural happiness next to it, so... oh, there's a 4 built, but then nothing else. Maybe this one. And then found the city. I'm gonna found it here. Yay! We don't get any expansion because we don't have anywhere to expand. You can still go out. I could take this and then get a water supply, or I could get a... I think we're gonna do this. There. Explore. Use this for exploration. Then I'm gonna tap that one. Okay, it's a small aquifer. Good. Then we still have the normal exploration here. I'm going to keep expanding down here because I really want to figure out a good location for a future city. That one. Oh, a crater. Nice. So this is also a nice location. This one is a nice hot one. Good. All right. Let's see. So now I want to get this one done. Oops, that's not happening. That could be done. And... then keep getting more titanium, because we're going to need to get titanium next turn to import oceans, which will give us terraforming. And, ooh, a plant spreader. That's really nice. And alpine forest is really good. So definitely do want that. We're at minus 17 and it can trigger soon. This is the one we must get, because this is allowing us to draw 2 cards and hold more in hand. So as much as the other ones are nice, I don't even want to look at it. This one would be 10 to happiness, but we don't have space in cities. This is the one we get. So if I could even get +2 science somewhere, that one could get us +2 science. This one's cheaper science. There we go, +3 science. That means we can actually build it now. So let's build it in the new city, like that. And that means we actually get a free card draw this turn as well. Nice. So let's get a luxury workshop, because why not? Robot ingenuity. Robots in this city provide an extra expansion bond. Really nice, but I think I need to focus... actually, we don't need to focus on this. I do take it because I can build it. And then let me build it out here. That gets us a lot safer. And this would be a really nice place for that one to go. Now the next thing is here. 5. Ah! We can barely not get it. Damn. No. There. And then we need to save up for the plant spreader. Sorry, but that would be exactly there, because then we can do the plant spreader next turn. If we had a location for it. But then there's also the next part is, can the plant actually be spread? No, there's no suitable location for it because it needs rainfall, and we don't have rainfall until we get some water and some temperature. Temperature is coming in 3 turns. A soil factory is really nice. A oxygen factory is really nice. Another one of these is really nice. Maybe we can get soil factory. I'm gonna get that because that can be built immediately because we're not gonna build this. This city has actually a place for this where it gets us +2. So we are getting 10 food per turn, which is nice. We're sort of getting into the mid game here. And there is a chance of getting a good, getting this one. But yeah, getting a proc where we get like, what is it, -56? That's a lot. Did we get the other one? No, we did not. I really also want an oxygen factory because we need to get some oxygen going as well. So this one isn't a good synergy building, so we might as well just use it for, yeah, this one. You're gonna go in there. Perfect. And what do we get? We can also just get atmosphere and heat. That would mean if I did this instead of an exploration run, then it would get less resources, but I think resources are doing great. But I would be able to proc this one next turn, which gives every section +1 heat. Let's do that. +5 heat and +1 atmosphere, but -30 support. That's, I don't even know. Immediate produces heat, 5 heat, 5 atmosphere. This is 3 heat, 3 atmosphere. This is not much of a difference. We'll do that. There you go. And now we proc this next turn, get a temperature upgrade, which also gets us a little bit more points. I think we need to, here, that one is getting next turn. Do I want to continue on, let's have a look on Phobos. Wait, I don't know where that is. How do we, oh, right, we see it like this. Do I want this location? I mean, I get titanium and titanium. That's actually really nice. So let's continue working on this as the next city. There. That definitely needs more because I need for the plant spreader soon-ish. Might actually be... Okay, so next, we're still looking for the next city. This one is... Well, this could be our next city, but these are cheap to explore. So we'll go up here and look. Flat plains. This one's a flat plains, so... This is a crater, so let's keep expanding on this one and seeing this is the next city. It probably is. This is probably the next city, yes. So we get a free stuff. Homesteads are nice because they are expensive on titanium, but they give extra support, so I like that. Composting is junk. +1 nitrates for every 3 population. I don't like it. Hydroponic farm is nice, it's food, but I just lost all my water, so I think I'll get this one. No, I'll take this. And we got it. +100 support, +1 power, heat in every zone. That's great. Ooh, good stuff. We got a science build. Dock is for making along the coast. So we get a lab and we get the spaceport. Oh yes. We enable the import and that will give us another terraforming. We get +20 for the terraforming. So we get another... Oh. Okay, so we have a place that is actually getting flooded if we do that. So we need some titanium, which is easy to get up here. And we also need this one to actually expand. Like, you need it a lot to expand, honestly. I really don't want to be doing this. Like, as nice as this is, I really need... should have done that last turn. So here, then we can just click and build a dike. And then we get it. +1 support and all level 1 elevation buildings have been flooded. So there was this mine here that got flooded. So we have water. Yay! Excellent. This does not count as a water tile because it has dikes, but and we can't expand to this one because it's an ocean location. So we need to have one of these coastal locations actually being setting that up to with a dock. All right, so what I really need now is I need to place this one, the spaceport, and I have nowhere to place it. And The only option I have is to kill this landing pad, which is a little annoying. I can also do that, just for the time being. That means we're now up to 10 science per turn. That is a lot. That one still takes 23, so that's 8 more turns before we get that. I really need that. But I could get it up in our new location, which we'll get next turn. Yeah, so we'll do this next turn. Maybe we still want to do this. Nope, I don't. Yes, I do, because this one gets to... Hold on, here's another thing. No, this only worked. I can only do this when there's a population of 2. And I really need some robots now. And also something here. Okay, so I don't think I want to expand towards this one just yet. Or maybe I do. I'm gonna build the Marsha. I don't have any more things to build. Okay, I'm gonna build the Marsha. This is 32, so we could just keep feeding this one. And it would still be fine. And then these 2 go in here. Because we definitely need more of titanium, because we want the titanium mine up here. That's a large titanium mine. Okay, cool. And continue to explore, and that's out here for the next city. This one will be in the next city. We're not in so much of a rush for it, but we want to get it. That's a synergy building, which I like. We have enough labs, I think. I'm gonna take a bacteria spreader, and I think I'll take a synergy. Well, I will take a synergy building. There's one of these that don't have a synergy building yet. You, for example, don't have that. Oops, if I build it, then I can't build my population. Oops. So this one is more important. We're going to build it here. Like that. And that gets expanded out here, which will then allow me to do more trade routes and get an extra comfort of living. Good. We also... we wanted the bacteria spreader. Damn. Okay, I did say like some time ago, like this one is low priority. And, ooh, Central Park can be upgraded. Oh, I'm definitely doing that. Getting oxygen and atmosphere, nice. Amazing. Anything else? The ecology needs 1 million of that. This one, yeah, it's the same. Oh my god, this is amazing. Plus 3 extra trade routes. We have so many trade routes now. Woo-hoo-hoo. Nice. This one, okay, if we just have water, we could actually upgrade. Oh my god, this is crazy. That's so lucky because we got rainfall. Okay, so can I just get more water, please? You explore. Hey, that's water here. 3 water, nice. Can you also find somewhere that has water? Is there a good water somewhere? That one. 7 water, nice. That means we actually can upgrade the Hanging Gardens. No, the Central Park. Plus 2 oxygen. That is amazing. And it gives us extra comfort of living. Requirement 1 oxygen. Well, we'll getting that soon thanks to this one. So it's plus 3 now. And this one's plus 5. Okay. Excellent. This is going really well, I think. Now we have potentially 11 trade routes. This means we can get this one almost in one. We're going to get this one in 2 turns. Let's aim for that. We're going to need the bacteria spreader as well. 8. That's too much. If I do... oops. Where can I ditch things? Here? Then I can still put more into this one. Seems weird to do it this way. But I think that's important. Yeah, we'll do it. MarsNet, I must get this. This is plus radiation protection globally, which is incredibly valuable because it just gives plus 1 happiness per population everywhere on the planet. So yes. Greenhouse, I don't need it, but I do need a combined living. Is amazing. So now I can go into a city that is in trouble. This one. Yeah, this is where we built this. Whoop. Happiness. And I'm gonna get 7 in here. Completes it. The hydroponic farm, where was that actually needed to go? There. Into that one. So that's the hydroponic farm, and this one will be science built over here, I think. Or maybe I'll just ditch the synergies. But that one goes here. These two are locations out on the map. So we do need more map locations. That means we need more robots as well, if we can get that. Or we need more of those card draws and card processing. Okay, is there anything particular we need? No, not really. We just want to explore out here with our new location. Just seeing what we have. And when we get this one, we definitely want the large titanium, because that's actually one of the ones that are lacking. We're going to continue to expand with this. Just look out here for cool things. That one could be a location. Oh, flat plains again. Always flat plains. And we have more. I'm going to be focusing on... This is 16. Yeah, okay, it's not quite there. But I do feel that it's important to get as much food as possible. Because we also have like 40 food into... I wish these were grayed out when they're not active anymore. Yeah. Oh, minus 56. There we go. So we were just up to a nice positive amount. But alas, that is not the case. Oh, this one I've been waiting for. And this one. What is this? Plant spreader is also nice. But this is a small thing. I'm going to take this because we absolutely must place it. Because that means we can actually get an extra card. So, cheeky. But get that. Bloop, extra card. Should I build up here? No, I don't know. So that gets us an extra card. Which means we can get this. And we can probably get the plant spreader as well. Yes, and we're going to be founding the city. Where are we going to found it? Here. And then we're going to be making... Oh, undo. Place headquarters, not next to this one. Here. So, found the city mine and found the city mine. That gets us 2 extra titanium. Yummy. Okay, so there was a location. I think it was my first location that this one is waiting for a... Here. And I have... robots. No, this is not it. Is it this one? This one has that one. Man-made. This gets +2 because I have 4 population, but only 2 robots. So if I get an extra population, I also get... Look at that. I get an extra... So not only do I get +6 extra happiness, but I also get an extra science. Yay! Extra science for free. I like. That's why I wanted that one. And that gets us 1 more expansion, which is actually really nice. This is the only one that's 2 tiles away, so let's explore that. Okay, and that would actually be a very nice place to get just a viewpoint tower. If we look at it, 24, minus 24, oops. And getting this one. Where's 20? So it's 4 happiness. It's not a lot, and it's something that I can definitely replace with a plant spreader when that becomes available. Let's do this one. You just need to explore always the closest stuff because it's expensive. We could also go into that zone. Ooh, no, it's a lava tube. Okay, never mind. And, oh, look at that. We're not really getting enough power anymore. Let's have a look over on this location. This is our next city if it comes that far. It's a good zone. It actually is already happy. Let's explore that one just to see flat plains. Okay. Good. So let's see. This we can't do in 1 turn. So let's just get it halfway there. Because I can't get 12. I only have 11. Only 11. So we do need more of this. And we definitely need more. Oh, that's not much. There. These 2. Go in here. I just really want to feed into the power. But I'm also wondering if I could get 13 in here. 13 would be 40. Oh, wow. That would get us to 40, which would get us that one, which would be amazing. Yes, so that's what we're going to do. 40. And then we just need to figure out where we can ditch 11 resources from. Probably this one. This is the one that gets us the fastest. This one as well. These are fine. Good. New leader. Okay, so we lost you, but you are still cheap when it comes to mines, which is good. Now we get this guy, which is giving us plus support for all the stuff for every 10 products we send to the space projects, which is something we're going to do a lot of. You also get 5 extra projects, which means we get a better choice if we do that first. Ocean mines, I don't really care about ocean mines, or docks, or aquafire. Yeah. Explore 2 locations, that's expensive. There we go, we'll take you. Okay, so what do we want? Nothing is sort of like amazing right now. I think we want to take you. And maybe just you, but just because of what is this? A water barrage. This has to be put on a coastal. Oh, a coastal. Oh, that's interesting. So it's not on a island, it's in a, or not a water tile, but a coastal tile. I might want that. But we have 2 spreaders and I have another one down there, so I don't know. We'll leave it a little bit. Here, we're now going to do the megastructure, building this one. Boom. Look at that. We are now almost not negative at all. And we now get 2 more exploration locations. We can go up here. This now is cheaper. Cheap there. So we now have a lot of extra. This one gets us +2, and then we got to +6. Nice. Right. Now what we really want... Oh, I forgot something. We only have 11. And... Oh, I forgot. I need to explore before I do this. This is expensive. Is there anywhere else we can get some science? There's some science, and it also opens a new location. Oh, +2 science. Yeah, so we got more stuff here. Definitely shouldn't have picked until we did this. Shipwright. Research center. Robotized. +1 science per 3 robots in town. So I wanted this because I could then build that one, which I really love. And I think, oh, look at that, we can get plankton. And this one says plankton is really good because it says if its oxygen, or if its heat is 1 or more, it actually gets double. Unfortunately, that's not the case. What about you? You are very cold. Okay, so plankton is nice and all, but it doesn't really do what I need. So this one will give us some happiness because there's a town there. So we'll do that. Now we're +6, which means we get atmosphere next turn. Atmosphere gives +1 happiness to everyone. It gives comfort of living, which is happiness per population. And we have quite a bit per population by now. We really should work on the plant spreader. I don't need this to be so aggressive. I do need this one to be very aggressive, so I can get that. And then 5 more things. There. That's taken. You can still research 1 more project. Robotized, that's science per robot. Which one was it? This one? How many robots? 5 robots. Oof. But it only gives us +1 then. So it's only +1 anyway. We could do this because then we can complete another level of terraforming. Not sure that's the best move. I'll do this one. I probably won't be able to use it, but let's try it. There we go. And oh, there we go. The atmosphere increased, and we are now positive. So I have to remember, don't select anything yet. First we do exploration, so that we can get more. Up here, there should be some cheap exploration. That one is cheap exploration because we don't have a lot. So now we get more stuff. Nice. This is good. These are much better ones. Let's get some +2 science in space. Let's definitely get a spaceport. Also get an oxygen factory would be nice. I think this is a synergy building. Also get eco homes. They're cheaper. That one. Eco homes are nice. But I can't get this one next turn. I want an oxygen factory. Let's get an oxygen factory here. We're just in this city is, as you can see, is really different now. I can build this. Oh, I should have built that one instead. Damn it. I was having something. Okay, never mind. Can I undo? Can I undo the selection here? Because I really want that one. So I'm going to take the cheap housing. And yeah, this is going to be the location. Let's take this. Again, flat plains, but this is our next city. So we do need to make sure that we get another city. We'll just expand again. This is still going to be the same because it's too cold, so I'm not going to be spreading that. I want some heat. Unfortunately, we can't do the heat in any location. 1, 2, 3. Where was the next one? This is the one we're going to spread to. So we don't get anything because there's no city here, but we'll just prep it. And this one has positive rainfall. That's amazing. Okay. We need robots, actually. And okay, so let's have a look. This is getting done, and good. And this one needs to go to 5 because then I get the 25 I need for the combined living here. And I now that one and that one can be exported. I really want the hydroponic farm as well, so I can get that in here. That gets us 21. Okay, then I can get the rest of it a bit later. So where do I take my resource from? Not this, not this. This one. Science. You gotta wait. There's nothing here wants science. Well, you want science a little bit, right? Yeah. But that's not the one we're gonna need right now. Boop. Again, don't shoot. Orbital ring I wanted. We start by enabling this. Look at this number. +4 to +13, so I get to +9. I have to start by exploring. Let's see if there are any cheap explorations left. Not down there. There might be something we sort of left behind out here. And there we go. And that gets us extra resources. So, quantum data center might be a thing. Space hotel is nice, but I don't have enough space up here. So we're going to take the orbital ring because I love that. Then, oh shoot, I forgot I needed water, right? I need to get, let me just do that first. The water. Do you have something that takes water? Yes, please. Good. So let's make sure that we get that sorted. This was the synergy city, so that goes in here. So that's nice. That's now up to +13. And we have a food. We have to get this one going. And that actually means the bacteria spreader probably has to be moved. Yeah. You have to go in here. That goes +9. Amazing. There we go. And that means we get 2 here. And this must be next to it. So I could do this. Nope. This bacteria spreader is going to be moved up here. Take 5 turns and then takes turn. And then I can build you, because it has to be built next to it, because then I get a plus comfort of living, which is more happiness. Look at how much happiness we have. It's insane. Good. Continue to expand. Is the next one a new city, or is it this one? I think it's this one that's the next one we have to get. But let's continue to expand out. Oh, this one is important. This is the glacier. So a glacier, we can drop nuke on a glacier. What could possibly go wrong? It gets polluted for 3 turns, which I don't care. And then I get free heat and atmosphere. I want that. Oof. And become life the maker of worlds. This just gets a little bit. So we definitely want the terraforming. And this is the South Pole, and there's the North Pole as well, somewhere probably up here. That's probably how it goes. I don't know if that was the South Pole. It probably was. Okay, so now we don't need as much of this. We just need to get to 15, so we can go here. Then there. Then we need to get at least some of these going. That one. And I think trade routes is more important. Although do I really need this? I don't really think they want. This doesn't feel important. And if I get something better next turn, I'll just ditch it. This one is science, which is nice, but this was way better. So I'm gonna take all I can here. It's all 11 in here, and then some more in here. Anything else? I can ditch that to go up here. Yeah. I don't want to do that because... That needs to accumulate. I don't even know what I want to ditch, but I'll take this. More. Okay, so more water. Skyscraper development center. Quantum data center. That's just more power. I want this space hotel. Because space hotels are also cheaper now that we founded Phobos, Deimos, whatever. Quantum data center could be placed up north. Yeah, you know what? This is what I said. I want that. It's dirt cheap. And oh, it's still one. I think I could do more. Then I guess I'll take this one. Because it does help here. No, it doesn't. For Megastructure stage, there's one of them that has a lot of stages. This one has lots. This one has 3 stages. Oof. But I don't have any space left. Then I'd have to sort of ditch something else. Plus 2 extra projects. No. Gas factory. No. No thanks. None of these. Okay. So that one's not really worth it. Okay, so this is interesting. I get a science district. Per life bomb in the zone. A power district. Tritium and a magnetic fusion. This is insanely good. I don't know why we get this. I really feel I should take this. But I already have 2 plant spreaders that I can't place. So let's focus on... Power would be nice, but let's do science, because science is something we have. Ooh. Okay, I need to complete... Yeah, so we don't have enough going in here. Right, first things first. I need to explore. Just anywhere. Anywhere we can find something that don't cost 3. Moving up. Good. Alright, there's a lot of things. Oh, this is good. Giant space mirrors. Oh, that's also good. Research campus. Okay, there's a lot of good stuff. Oh, the robots. Alright, we'll take robots, because we do need robots, generally. Then let's have a look. One of these has to be completed this turn. Oops. So, that's done. So we get the orbital trade ring this turn. Then, can I also complete this? Not really. Actually, I can. Nice. Then I just need to figure out what's gotta give. I guess it's this one. Oh, okay, not much. Who else needs something? Water is just not happening anytime soon. So, there we go. That is the configuration. And that means we complete 2 space projects next turn, which also gives us +4 happiness per turn. Okay, Seed Vault. +1 science per turn per life form in the climate zone. Did I get... Yeah, this one. It's only +1. So we do need a university in over here. That one. And then if we go to Dimos City, these anomalies are just great for science. So, whoop, and whoops. Oh, I built it there. Was that intended? Yes, from anomaly. So that's like 1 million science we have. Good. So which is good because if we have a lot of it and we have a lot of traders, it can just be converted to something else. This one though, is this where we want our next population? This is also good. Yeah, there's a good oh, I can't even do that. Oh, I don't have enough power. Okay, power is a problem, I guess. Oh, what did I just do? I just ditched all of my nitrates. Oh no, that was my plant spreading that died. Where did the nitrates go? Well, probably here. No? That's 5 nitrates. I don't know. It's just gone now. Doesn't matter. We'll get some more. So I can't play this one this turn, and I can't do this either. So we really have to be a little bit more careful about our power. So we probably should have chosen power instead. Oops, here. I really wanted the space mirror. Because that's... Yeah. That the research campus is amazing. So many good things. Plus science and population. Or this one is adjacent science buildings. I need this. Because that's basically the university we were looking for. That one, should that expand? It doesn't need to expand unless I get these. I can get one more? Damn. Ah! Yeah, you know what? I don't need this. I want this space laser. Mediterranean shrubs. Or artificial bacteria, which gives us science. I don't think we need more science. Let's get this one, Mediterranean shrubs. Okay, first of all. Enable. That gets us trade routes. And enable, that gets us science. Also a little bit city. We need to explore here more. And that one. And then we get controlled nuclear meltdown, which is heat and heat in the zone. Also pretty good. Wow, we have none of those left. Okay. Definitely get more life forms. We really need to focus on life forms at this point. Bus station, I like that. And we can get one more. So you can see with a lot of stuff. So, is it a new city? I think it's a new city now, because we're kind of getting jammed in the other ones. So I'm going to found a city here. New Copenhagen. Nice. And we want to continue to get this. So, heat. Silicates are disappearing. So... Oof, water is disappearing. The only thing we actually have is science. So let's see if we can get this and this. Yeah, water is a problem. We really need some water tiles. And power is also very important. And let's see, this one gets us 15, so we can get that next turn. And this could give us a bus stop in the new city that I'd very much like. Then 1, 2, 3. Let's get this next turn. And 1, 2. Oh, actually, I can just find some water somewhere. There's a little bit of water up here. Oh, extra. Nice. Oh, we just got oxygen. Somehow there was something there that got us oxygen, and everyone got happy. Wow, we're doing great here. We really need to go focus on plant spreading, because that's the one that really gets us a lot. That is the bus station next turn. And the water. There. Don't need to do that. We can get those 5. And then the rest of our science here. It would also be nice to get this barrage here. So maybe do I have a coastal location, actually? I do, but that's a mining. This one is the last tritium mine, so this one is this is a coastal location. it has little water here. So this is a coastal. So that means I can build this. And then we got 32. So if I could just get 4 more, then I'm good. Nah, don't need this. This can be researched later on. Cool. And then I need to something that science will just be the one that I have enough of. Do I have more? I can still research 1 more. Damn. 2 more projects suggested? Sure. Let's throw that into Copenhagen. Yeah. And Mega project stage. Let's go. That got enabled. I am not going to look at these, even though they're so amazing. All right, we're going to enable this, which gives us another option down here later on. Just keep exploring. Ooh, a crater. Is this a new... It's a cold one, but this is basically our next city then. Always nice. That one. So we can get the Tundra Forest. I think I want the Tundra Forest because it's just rainfall, which means that we can actually get it. Then over in our new city, I could either get a bus station or I can get a here. Or I can get another population center. That one. Let's see what we want to expand to. Sandstones, that's some tours, and yeah, we want to get these in here soon. Let's expand or explore into somewhere that has concrete. We want to say concrete, but titanium. Yeah. That was because then I could replace you. This one. There we go. That increased our power production, which is very important. Now, get rid of this. And I really need the plant spreader. So if I look at this, I really need some nitrates. Oh, some nitrates. Oh yes. And I really need more nitrates. Yes. So let's see if we can find some more titanium somewhere. I don't think we have big titanium locations available, but just a small one. Just a small little titanium thing. That's far away, so we can get it like that one. Ah, only 2 titanium, not much. But is it enough for this one? No. Damn. And this one is also, so we need these 2 just to get anywhere. I can't now build that. Okay. So, what do we need? Let's see, wasn't there somewhere that also needed a population? You need a population there? Sure, +9. Wow. This is a big city now. 7. 6 population. Good. And we can... oh, let's then definitely do this. Because that's a lot. Look at that, we're up to 42. We are absolutely killing it. Okay, and this is on the highest difficulty. Let's not forget. Still can research projects. I want... oh, I love the delivery drones. I also love that. And... maybe a space hotel is... I do have population locations. Martian festival grounds. Oceanic electrolysis plant. I don't think I need more science. Plus 19 science is a little bit excessive. Produces support equal to the amount of resources you transport to space. That's a lot. Okay, so we need at least one of these completed. Let's get this one completed first. There. That one gets completed this turn. And what else is really important to get? I really need to focus on you. Maybe we'll break the expansion just a little bit so we can get this going here. Yeah. And always the science. Always science is the stuff that we throw out. Good. Next turn. -70. But it's not even a big deal for us anymore. Don't select anything. Expand. First this one. Bloop. That's always 2 for each of these... each of them we do. And plus we get It's funny that we don't have space projects doing anything, but it gives us income, support incomes, and that's the one of it we're going to be owning. When we get to really terraform things, it gets a lot faster. So 48, that means 3 turns. If I do up here, 48, that means I'm missing 12 to get to next level. Here, I am missing a lot more. So this is going to be... This is still not working, right? There's nothing changed here. So let's do this one. And let's spread it up here. Good. So we just need to spread this everywhere. So now we have +5 and +7. So still takes some turns before this happens. Okay. New town here. You need some happiness and you get a robot in here. That gets you +1. A little bit more happiness. And that means we can nitrates and... Oops, I started exploring before. So what did I need titanium now. Again, titanium. It's always titanium. Let's take that one. That's a happiness as well. There. Go back to the city and knock that one. Because that is important. You're almost there. But next turn we'll definitely get a research satellite. We're going to do an exploration satellite, I think. Hyperloop is incredibly valuable. We have to make sure that we complete one of these per turn. School is nice. Is it? No, because we have the research campus that is going to fulfill the same role. So I don't really know what we want here. Can't do a space hotel because I don't have more space. I can do one more, but then I get even more complicated. I'll take one of these just to put that in space. Oh, no, I can't do that because then I'm going to ditch my... I'm going to, fail to do that. More projects. I can do this one because it's so expensive that maybe it'll never be relevant. So just sit in our hand. Yeah, let's build that and sit in our hand for a bit. What about this? This needed... Okay. That's working. This one I can't do because then I block something next turn. This gets us to 25, which means we can do this one. I need to... Oh, I have 2 exploration satellites. That's a little bit much, isn't it? There you go. So that's 6 in here. I guess we're not going to get the research campus anytime soon. Also not really relevant, but let's get the heat at least. It's not super relevant because it goes here, but we'll get it. More titanium is not really needed. More anything else? Nope. Oh, I think we're fine. Mine huge asteroid. No thanks. Enable. That gets us another research. And we need to absolutely, without a doubt, get some nitrates. We'll get these nitrates. There we go. That gets us that. So nitrates. We can now build... What's over here? Yes, that one. Finally off. First plant spreader. Which is amazing. And the ones that are blinking are the ones that we can actually produce. This gets us +4 happiness. And... this gets us +5. Oh, they're exactly the same. So we'll do an alpine forest in here. Ta-da! Look at that. We also get 6 per turn. So we're already positive again. And it also adds up here. So this is getting us closer. This is how we're going to be winning the game. Now, another population. You can go in here. That one. And yeah, I want to get this, but I also want to get that one. I can do that next turn. Or I can do it this turn. Because then I tap this and tap it. So we get more. And we did already have the next one lined up, right? That was this one. That's the next one lined up. We need more food, actually. Interesting. And... okay, so we need to now get at least one of these completed every turn. So this one gets completed next turn. That gets us 12 of these. And I'm worried about our lack of food. Yeah, food is the most important thing because that's population. And population is really how we win this game, I think. Let's see now. Development center. I don't want more cards. A cultured meat lab would be nice, I think. Public bath. I think we could do that somewhere. And get some more water in. Sure. A little expensive. That one. Fish farm, but that requires ocean. Oh, this one is life form's rain requirement. That's really nice. We can do that because we have way too much. So let's put that in New Copenhagen because that's a place that has lots of space. So that will lower the rain requirement of what? It also produces one food. Huh, forgot that. Per life form in this climate zone. Yeah, there will be more. I'm just kind of wondering why it's provides an action. To reduce life form's rain requirement by 1. Why does this not sort of pop up as a function? Don't know. Keep expanding out here to new zones. We want all zones located and investigated. That one. Ah. Always science. Science is the stuff that we can always just ditch. There. 21. Okay. New space project requires 3 less of each resource to complete. That is ridiculous. I don't even need to see other ones per building. No, I need this. This is so silly. Okay, so I can take one zone and increase the temperature. I really want to see like this one. There was something that this one had water, but it was not warm enough. So that one. So I think I'm gonna heat up this area. Or maybe it's... Nah, I'm gonna heat up this area, I think. Because that's a new city and it'll just be better. Woohoo! Look at that. That is a lot. We just completed this level. We're also getting closer to another level of atmosphere. Oxygen is progressing. Down here. And we can now get... Yeah, we need to continue on getting at least 1 per turn here. So that one is easy to get. And then we just take whatever rest and go in here so we can get the next plant spreader. It's really all about the damn plant spreaders now. There, that's 10 additional, so it's up to 16. So I think we can actually get it next turn if we find somewhere that has... This one is not great. I'll take a little bit here. 3 nitrates, nice. You have not expanded, so also over here should be more nitrates, right? There's more nitrates here. 2 nitrates, and then more stuff. I forgot all this glorious stuff here. I think I actually want another plant spreader, and then we should start looking at animal spreader. Marsnet. Ooh. Really? Can we do that again? Interesting. I want another Mars. I don't think I have a place for this. GMO lab. Too expensive. So the heat can only go to... Everything can only go to level 3. So the heat is actually progressing really great here. Oh, AI get in that. I love that one. This one gives us +2 expansion for every combination of robot and not robot. So that means here it would be +1. Here it could be +3, which means I could just put this in and then get +3 locations in my original location. No, it's funny how here This one could... I could place this. And it wouldn't give us sort of extra support, but it would give us +3 extra locations. Nice. Okay. 6 extra locations. Okay. So that means this is amazing because that's water. Anything else? Well, it's just kind of nice to have this option. Like, it gets really expensive. So definitely options for doing this. This one can just be moved down here because you will need to be placed here. And I am now going to mine something titanium. Oh, tritium. Yes, let's actually get the tritium. Because, that's so close. It's one off. One off. Also should look at this one. Minus oxygen. This one's food. Not. There's a lot of food here. Okay, let's do this. No, this is correct. Why is it -1? Okay. It's still going to be 23, so I still need more next turn. And that's... there. Oh, right. I know why I lost that. +3 support for every level of Megastructure. Could build it here. It's not going to be much right now. It's just going to be +3, but it'll eventually expand. So let's just get it in here. And did I do something stupid? I don't think so. Right. Next turn. We're doing great. Oh, 84. And a sandstorm. Okay. Fix the sandstorm. Oh, that's the tritium going away. And we're starting by putting you up here. That gets us more. Then we're going to get another exploration location. Great. Then the Mars net is amazing. We're down to -555. It just keeps going down. And we now need to focus on getting more. That one. 2 nitrates, not enough. I need 2 more nitrates. So good thing we have this one. Let's have you. And that's all the nitrates we need. So now we can expand down here and get another plant spreader. Good. Which ones are available? Ooh, Mediterranean shrubs are available here. Smashing. Look at that. 60 science. And +6 more science here. So we're now at 600. We're going to be, it's going to go fast as we progress. Now we get new, we can get a water food spreader, but in polar bears or deer is much better. Like, this is obviously more prestige, which is happiness, but I'm going to need something that I actually is going to work. Okay. Wasn't there also somewhere a water here? So you should actually get another. Yeah, should get more food, more titanium. Okay. All right, disband everything. Ooh, look at that. This is next turn. We're gonna get an upgrade. Let's get you. The Mars net. It's only 4. Damn, that's so cheap. And the next thing we need is actually the water. So let's actually go aggressively on the water here. I need 27 water, and this is gonna get us whatever. And what else? Let's get some titanium as well. And science is always just the one that I waste here. Good. So we get 1 more. I still have research projects to do. I love these delivery drones. They're so good. And orbital +3 science. Do I really need more science? I also have the public bath. What I really want is animal spreaders, to be honest. Yeah, so I shouldn't do this. Well, this is still also, it's dirt cheap and it's gonna get there soon, so. Robots in the city provide extra expansion points. That's nice. Especially like in a location like this, where we have one robot. Was this one that had more robots? No robots. Interesting. Huh. You have robots? 5 robots. Yes. There you go. That's the one. Oh, right, because I wanted like a science synergy here. I don't care about science synergy anymore. This just gives us +5. Get that one. Mine it. Ugh. Can't do that yet. Get this one. Convert certificates. That was not what I thought I would be. And that one's not gonna work either. That would I'd like. Cool. Next turn. New leader. We still keep this. But what now? Tritium is not cool. This one gives extra atmosphere, but it costs twice as much energy to expand, which it's good and it's kind of it's a thing. Choose a climate zone. Gain support equal to twice the prestige. 25 support. I don't think support is particularly important. Gain 2 support per turn when placing a population in a city that already has 5. That's a really odd one. We'll do this. Deep Quadrant, Weather Control, or Zeppelin. We'll do the Zeppelin. Because that's kind of marginally useful. We'll enable this MarsNet, and that should give us a good boost here. That was a good boost. +19. Sweet. And I am going to start exploring here. Oh yeah, this is now twice as expensive. Oof. But it gets us a lot, 15 atmosphere. So actually, next turn when we expand, we're gonna get it. Ooh, what this was the city that I wanted the synergy here. So I'm gonna get it. Nice. Now I wanted that to be over here. And the water spreader, absolutely. Absolutely. This is a... I'll build it there. And let's spread some animals. Oh yes. Here. There's no suitable climate. What? 1 temperature, 2 oxygen. Yeah, we don't have oxygen yet. Okay. This one. This is so many robots. Should I really get more robots here? Yes, is the answer. And you can then also get an exploration location, which will also get that. So, accrue some more. Okay, so we need... Well, oxygen is coming from here, so let's figure out a way to get that. And I did find my next city somewhere. Was that the one? Yes, that's the one. I can't do it because I don't have enough water yet. There. I mean, almost. Like that one. Then 2, 3 good locations. Maybe even that one. And continue to expand outwards. Oh, that's a good one to expand to. More titanium, because titanium is a little bit of a problem. Okay. Courthouse is nice. Oh yeah, now we don't get extra. Don't think I need this. We're in the home stretch. Airborne wind turbines. Generates 1 per global atmosphere level. We're gonna get 2 atmospheres soon, so we'll take it. And we can also take that. More exploration satellites. So where do we want robots? Here? This one is more ocean. It's a lot of ocean we need. Science gives exploration satellite. They're not super interesting, these ones. We'll take it. We'll take them. And they still get +1. So we'll just take all of it. There we go. And what else? 2 more water. And food is okay. Hold on. This is going to get us... Oh no. This is not enough. Okay, we're gonna get the water from other places. There. So courthouse is somewhere that has massive population. This one is... There's one that has almost exclusively population. This is almost exclusively robot. This is almost exclusively population. So you're gonna get a courthouse. That can give 2 health for everyone. Bloop. Good. We're positive. And what are we missing? Import. Always science. Sounds good. Then we complete 2 of these next turn. Oh, there was something that got us negative. Train station. Carpenter. Well, that's a... Something happened to get us to -3. That was weird. How did that happen? Weird. Oh, I can build a hyperloop now. But I can also... If I do exploration, then I'm gonna get a upgrade. 6, that one. And that gets water 200. There you go. We're now bigger atmosphere. Now the next one we really want is getting the oxygen up. And then per global atmosphere level. So this one's just 2 signs. So whatever. We have tons of places where we have extra locations. Let's get the mines in here. Good. And you are going to go over here. More mines. Because we do need a lot of water for our future endeavors. This one doesn't have anything. Interesting. I can build a hyperloop, which would be 8 expansions, which is a little bit ridiculous. Moving over. That one doesn't have anything. Didn't I wanted to... I must... Oh, I spent something that cost 10. Damn. Oops. That one. +2 power. We don't need that. But let's go down here and form another city. Found a city. No, that's not it. Found a city. We have a lot, so... This is one of those with 4. I am going to found the city there. And let's open up some of the other ones. And I really wanted to do the hyperloop, but I was an idiot. Now I can build the hyperloop, but I can't build it anywhere because I don't have it. Ah! Okay, I have a plan. I have a plan. I saw somewhere that had an electricity icon up here. Somewhere. I know I saw it and I didn't take it. Because I was sort of saving it for a rainy day. Nope. Gets a little bit... Oh, there you go. That one. And then we can make it in our new city. Boop. Then I can... There. And then build it there. And that gets us 8 expansion points. Rich soil, which gets us a nitrate mine. That one. And that one. What about you? Not really. But also this one. So we need like 1 million titanium and 1 million everything else. Did this one get us anywhere? Nope, it didn't, because we need oxygen for it to work. Okay, so titanium is what we need. Just get any kind of place that has titanium. That one. And then... Yeah, so... Research 3 projects. Let's see. This is 40 water plus 60 water. That's enough water for us to get a terraforming level. To get some food production. Yes, and we can get some of this. Yeah. Then down here. This is now 20, so I want 5 more. I want this one completed. And then I do want a lot of titanium. Good. And we're going to use our science as method for that. Yep. Next one. Coral reef is amazing. It's a plant, marine plant, and it just needs 2 temperatures. So actually we can do that now. Repair. Okay. 2 food is easy. Oxygen factory might want it, but maybe not. This one gets us 20 ocean. And you should now... Oh, right, that was not it. We have so much stuff. That one. Explore out here. Ooh, a crater. A crater. And that's actually in a new zone. Interesting. So I'm going to start by expanding these. They are pit mines and that one. And so we got something going. Let's see if they can get some new locations here. That's a good location. And it can just be built here, I guess. Unless there's another thing that would... This bacteria spreader could be moved. No, this one could be moved. Down here. And then... the spaceport that I can't build, but it would be nice if I could. Let's also go to Dimers. And just build this one in here. No. What? Oh, need more population to do that. Then in our new city. Here, which is a little bit missing. I'm going to take this out because this is actually getting extra food. So +2 food. What can we do here? Titanium. Okay, tritium, sorry. Good. Not much else we can do. This one. Get us oxygen. Oh, right. We don't have it. So what else can you do? Destroy rocks. Oh, cool. I forgot that. Destroy, 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 destroy. Perfect. Nice. That was a good turn. And continue out here. Getting more titanium, I guess. And back on this one. Move everything. Now I should be able... No, it's still not. It's 2 turns for the oxygen to get there. This one, just get it. And then start knocking this one out. That's not happening. Half of it. And then I want the rest of this because we're going to need to make a lot of dikes. There. More projects. Gene Vault? Not really. I'll just do that. Oh! No, I can do that, but I'd rather want something else next turn. The mega base. Oh, lose all food. Or minus 100 support. I'll take minus 100 support. Another sandstorm. Ouch. That was 10 titanium. +2 food per turn. That's so much food. Okay. Where is our... There. +48 support per turn. Nice. And the archaeology needs to keep growing, so we need this again. Got a train station of uselessness. And now? No. Next turn, when we get extra oxygen, then we can do it. So, right here, is there anything we can do to... Cloud seeding. That's nice, actually. Let's do that. We need more cards to be suggested, so if we find something that gets us more card. Increase the maximum number of buildings. That means we can go to Diamond City and build this one. And then we can build that one. And the cloud seeding. So we get waterfall in somewhere location. I mean, that's good for this one. Let's build it here. Oops. That gets us more of this, and you're going to expand to here and get some cloud seeding. That gets us plus rain, which means that stuff that likes rain is amazing. What we need to do is... Okay, let's expand to this location. Ooh, a crater. Nice. And I'm also going to take that. And we're going to be taking this seagrass or penguins. Penguins! They're cute. Or seagrass. No, penguins. Maybe not. Maybe that was a mistake. Penguins. They still need 2 oxygen. So next turn. One more project. One extra project is proposed every turn for every 4 population in the city. That could be a thing in this one. Right, because it has +8 population. So that would actually be a good place. And I want to get this one. There. Because we need a lot of titanium here. Anything that I think I have enough of. We're actually just decreasing all of this. I want this saved up for a plant spreader. I don't think nitrates are particularly important. So let's ditch that. Cool. Next turn. There we go. Oxygen level increased. Sweet. Not anything that I really, really want, to be honest. This one might be. This is reduce the oxygen level. That is actually important. Alright, we're going to do this. If I do that, we'll have one place that floods. Just flood it. And that gets us another terraforming level. Look at that. We're really close now. And we can now spread a bacteria. And this bacteria... Let's get plankton. I don't have anywhere where I have a city. This one, yeah, I do. It's too cold though to work, but I'll do it anyway. And so we get happiness if this has a city. It does not have a city, unfortunately. What about the penguins? This one has a city. Yay! Put penguins. Yay! Well, there's ice, so that makes sense. Look at that, 11. So we're getting really close now. Just another 100 points, and then we're good. Here, I'm gonna put that in here. That's good. This one, get that. And we're just going to keep farming this atmosphere, even though it's expensive. But I must be somewhere that I can get something that's a little bit cheaper. Good. And then we're going to keep looking for the next. There we go. That's our next location. That one. And then this is going to reduce the oxygen requirement for one of our populations. So I could reduce the oxygen of the penguins or the deer, which means that the deer could be spread many other places. I think that's a good idea. There could be other places that would be more valuable, but I don't have those available just yet. So unfortunately, what we really look for is ability to get some. Yeah, this one maybe I could almost ditch this. Complete this here, and what else? I need the titanium. There, just get those tritium here, and then let's work our way towards getting this one next turn. Yeah, why not? And this will go to 40, which means I can get another tech level. And science is... Ooh, science might actually be one, because this will get us to 34, which is what I want here. Get us suggesting more cards. So something else has to be decreased by 15. Oof. Huh. Science? Oh, this one? I will do that. Still not any spreaders, but if we just focus on you, and that has to be in our big city. This is our big city with 8 populations. So if I build that here, that gets us +2 science and +2 cards. Oh, I don't get no cards this turn. But I can also do... Oh, 39! No! I missed something. Never mind. Oh, because I did that. Oh, the space hotel. Damn it. Again, +100. We are going to get a -58, but it doesn't matter since I already had +100. So, not a problem. I did have somewhere prepared for our... There. That one. That's prepared here. Another one. Then... And this is just getting food. It doesn't sort of need anything else. The rover is kind of junk at this point. This rover, I'm just going to delete it. I don't like it. What? Oh. How much? Oh, must be built on an ocean location. Damn. Oh, we have a plant spreader. Tundra forest or Mediterranean shrubs? There. What? Why did I not get a buff for it? Can I undo? Yes. Tundra forest here? There we go, 4 signs. Because that's also getting us more. Look at that, we're almost. Oh, almost. Next turn. Yeah. For every mine owned, that's plus 14, plus 13. That's actually getting really close now. 25. 25. Alright, I don't think we need a lot out here anymore. That one could be an ocean mine, and I don't think I need more. More research. Is there anything that gives us here? Comfort of living for every 2 robots. Okay. There's got to be somewhere that's that this is valuable. Just 2 comfort living for every robot. That would be good if I had 4 population and 3 robots, like this one. So maybe I just ditch something that's less valuable. What is the least valuable thing I have here? Magnetic fusion? Yes. That one. And then I built this one here. And we could get close to winning here. Nope, it just gives us +2. That was not much. I thought it would be giving us more. For every 2 robots. Oh, right. Every 2 robots. That's not actually good. I'm panicking. So this one would be better because it has 4 robots. But then I have to ditch something here. Maybe just this one. Don't need that. Let's see what that gets us. +6. Not much. But again. How did that... It actually decreased. Don't know why. Is there something about the land grab? No. We're just going to be grabbing stuff here. There. Oops, I forgot. Is there anything here that gives us more happiness? Yes, that one. And that one. A dock. Definitely get a dock, because the dock is important for an ocean tile. So I'm going to get a dock here so we can see how that works. Then I can expand into an ocean tile, and the ocean tile can go the seaweed farm. There. And then a domed thing, that means in one of our newer cities. This one has a happiness. Oh. Trying to see if there are any places that are missing a synergy building. This one has a synergy building. +10. I'll take it. There we go. Congratulations. There we go. Now we understand how this works. That was my love letter to Terraformers. So, how that works. And it just ends the game. And we succeeded, and then you get points and you get new cards, but unfortunately I have so overleveled that I'm not going to get those cards. So that was a very long video. I don't usually make these long videos, but I thought it was like fun to make like this thing. And yeah, so I don't know if you like it. It was weird. I'm not going to do it again, but I'm really happy about this game, and I really would recommend it to sort of have it on a second screen. So thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care and stay effective.